The boat, I left it with, mostly torn up, but I need to clean up all the edges and prep everything, sand it all down and get it ready so that I can lay more fiberglass on it. I've decided that I'm going to cut into the floor and remove where the wood is, so because there's some wood under there that's rotten. So that's kind of what I'm doing today is mostly I'm just going to be cleaning up all the edges, taking off all the old fiberglass that I have, and cutting out all the rotten wood. And then maybe if I have time, I'll be able to sand all the surfaces and prep them to get epoxied.
I don't think I need to even tell you, even if you know nothing about wood, you shouldn't be able to just smack it really hard and get it to kind of fall apart like that. This stuff is so wet and so rotten. Excuse the fact that I'm wearing a respirator right now. I'm just going to put a new piece in here and then put a bunch of epoxy under this lip and screw it up, and that board will fall flat to here. Then I'll just re-epoxy over everything, and then I'll have a nice solid place for the seats to mount. Would you like some boat with your fiberglass? It's so much. I bet there are a lot of people cringing right now that I'm touching it, but it's all over me anyway, so it doesn't even matter. That's most of the borders like cleaned up, kind of feathered, so that I can lay tape around the edges. But I need to now go over all these surfaces that I'm going to reinforce with more fiberglass, and I need to make sure that they're sanded so that they can accept epoxy. My beautiful white hair. I know, I'm so sexy. You don't have to say it, it's okay. This nasty stuff, dude. Fiberglass all over me. I'm really excited to clean it though. I think it's gonna be super satisfying.
You could ask her a question like, hey, what you doing?
Theo, what you doing?
We got some white oak that I'm putting as reinforcements for where the seats mount. Here, there, and then two in the front.
I didn't move your camera.
I noticed.
Nice and focused right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable. We don't want any more. So I gotta cut out all this wood, and then I don't know how I'm gonna get this to go in here.
Wood.
This is wood.
Oh.
It's rotten wood.
Oh, it's not wood.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this with this one.
Okay.
One of these. Just give it one of those.
Yeah, there's more wood under there.
That's fine for the other wood. It's fine. I'm gonna leave some of the rotten wood because none of this really is gonna be that structural, since I'm gonna be putting fiberglass over all the other stuff, and then I'm gonna put some thicky boy plywood.
There's the other one.
Yeah, those two gaping holes. I have no idea why they didn't put reinforcement there, because they put reinforcement right behind it. But if they were gonna mount the chairs there, why didn't they put something? Anyway.
Why didn't they put that?
I'm not sure.
Strange.
Stupid. This whole thing, so I don't know if I talked about this, not you.
Why are you calling me stupid?
Well, because you forgot your respirator. And we had to drive for 2 hours today to try and find a respirator.
I don't want to film anymore. I'm going home.
Since all of this is so thin, it's not even like good enough for me to taper into and fix any of these cracks. So I'm just gonna make it all strong. And then it'll be way better than it ever was, because whoever originally built this built shitty boats.
Who is it again? Skagit.
Skagit. And they're from Seattle. They're local. I can't even represent local and be like, hey, you guys are good, because you guys suck. This boat sucks.
He didn't say that. It was a great boat. Thanks for the boat.
No, but like this stuff isn't even, it's not even that it didn't hold up well. It's just that it was built bad.
Oh.
Like the weave on the inside isn't even soaked, so they just have like a really thin, crappy, like this is not hard. So I don't know.
They must have just not been very smart back in the 60s and 70s.
They must have had small brain. Putting these in and then we'll fiberglass the whole thing over. What do you mean? It's in there right now.
Push it in all the way.
It is in all the way. What do you mean?
Flat.
It's flat.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're right. My bad.
Are you mute? Yeah. Are you self-conscious when you wear the mask, Gabe? No? Come on. You shake your head too. Yeah, so this is 1708 biaxial fiberglass. It's really thick, like a weave like this, a weave diagonally, and then it has just mesh. So actually this is upside down. You can tell it's, I don't know, can you tell how thick that is? I'm gonna cut pieces so that they can go like this. And then we're just reinforce all of these areas.
Yeah, you look like a girl.
Hey.
Lars is very smart, and
Stop that.
well, he came up with this measuring method. We have 2 clear cups, so you don't have to measure it out every single time with one of these, and you don't have to waste money buying these over and over. So I'll just pour it in here and then take this out, and then I'll still be able to measure every single one.
Is it rolling? Gabe broke the microphone.
No.
Gabe broke the microphone. We're taking a break for lunch. We finished the first, like, stringer, runner thingy. Where'd you put the razor blade? I'm trying to get naked, but it's not very easy. Anybody easily triggered? Anybody easily triggered?
Don't cut your wrist.
Anyway, go show her the boat.
The boat. Wait, why can't I even see it?
Can you see what we did?
No, not unless I zoom in.
Oh, that stuff's sticking up. It's okay, we can sand it down a little. Yeah, there's some air bubbles, but it looks pretty good. It'll definitely be stronger, and that's all that really matters. So we're gonna go take lunch break in our suits, in our Tyvek suits that aren't Tyvek. We're gonna get some delicious. Gabe is really wants ice cream. Gabe.
No, the mic's more interesting now, sorry.
Gabe is very happy for dog.
This is my favorite dog.
Ever?
Well, I mean, no. But
What is that? It looks awful.
good thing it didn't taste awful.
Is it? Yeah. Are you satisfied, Gabe?
No, I still want to go to the grocery store later.
And get more?
This is soft serve. I want like real ice cream on a cone. You ever bite your ice cream, Theo?
Yeah. That's the best way to eat it. Oh, God.
Big, sloppy.
Now what are you doing, Theo?
I hate you.
What is happening right now?
I'm gonna put it down so that it soaks into the bottom of the weave fully.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll pour another batch on top so it'll soak through the top of the weave. And then we won't have the same issue that it has before where the bottom inside weave literally doesn't have any coverage.
Oh, interesting.
I hate you so much.
That's so interesting. Yeah. Yeah, do you want to explain what's happening right there?
Are you talking about here?
Yeah.
So there was the gap because the pieces were cut. So it just has the piece of wood on top. And I'll have to do another layer of fiberglass on top since there's like, obviously there's an air gap, so it's not going to be as strong.
The lighter white part, anywhere you see a lighter white part
This is where there's air. Yeah, so this is a big crack, so it delaminated and there's air. So I'll probably just put a big piece right here because there's cracks here and delamination. Then there's other parts where I just didn't do a very good job at getting the air. We were left for lunch and then it kind of delaminated a little more once it dried, which is fine. I mean, it'll still be strong enough.
Plus with the floor.
Yeah, plus once we
I
put...
think for all the stuff down there, we would have just had to stay here and watched it. This is really fun because you can now step even less places on the floor.
It's like Twister. We just need to be drunk.
Now what are you doing, Theo? What are you doing over there, huh?
You already filmed this.
This is so interesting. Whoa. Wow. What's going on, Theo? What are we doing now? Whoa, what are you doing? Pouring? Oh, Theo, you're pouring it all. Oh, no.
No, look at that.
It's good for your skin, right?
It'll make me glisten.
Oh yeah, permanently. Well,
The butt's a lot more rigid. I forgot to mention, I'm using epoxy instead of the polyvinyl or polyester because I wanted to make it way stronger, and although epoxy is more expensive, I felt that it was worth it.
I'm showing the boat now. It's really hard to tell, actually. But it's hard to just, like, looking at this right here. I mean, I guess you can tell. Probably if there's a before and after, you can tell. The main 3 runners are now fiberglass. Just shaking the boat back and forth, it's crazy how much more rigid it is. Where before the whole floor was flexing.
Back to my conversation about polyvinyl and
Well,
polyester.
You use the epoxy because it's stronger than the other 2. Can you come?
Yeah, I don't want boat people coming for me and being like, why'd you use epoxy? That's so unnecessary.
So wasteful.
It's not. I just wanted it to be extra strong because this boat's extra weak. Now it's going to be thicky as hell. And you can take that to the bank. I'm high.
You're high off of epoxy?
No.
What was that, acetone?
Yeah. I'm high off of acetone fumes. This thing is drenched in acetone. Don't put your fingers in that.
But I got sticky.
I have a towel for that. You don't have to drench your fingers.
Yeah?
I didn't put any money into investing for you. This is the investment. How you like them apples?
Couple. I mean,
Dude, throw this away.
how big is an
Why you make my car a mess like your car?
I forgot about that part.
Oh, tight.
How's the paintbrush?
Paintbrush. Undented.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it wasn't a sacrifice then.
No sacrifice needed.
Are you gonna tell them how much this would cost?
I don't know if I want the internet to know how much this would cost. But the wood is for the floor.
The floor?
And I accidentally bought too much because it was thicker than I thought, which isn't a bad thing at all. It just means that maybe I can integrate it more on the boat. I'm trying to think of other places I could use it. I'm thinking a hard top, like a removable hard top. Do you like the idea? Yeah. So
If the boat
we'll see if I have
smells
enough
really
time.
cool.
I have no idea how that would work. It'd have to be made out of, I haven't even thought about
It
it
wouldn't
fully.
be enclosed.
No, it wouldn't.
First
It'd
of
have like an open back. Gabe is drinking the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of. Why are you drinking this? Show them. No, show them.
This is really funny. Everybody I've ever asked about this has
Gatorade.
everybody like I ask people at work about this and they either say they love it or they hate it.
Why would you?
And
That's
this is
gross.
awesome. Isaac and I love
It
it.
tastes exactly like lime water, cucumber water, which if you like cucumber water, then it's fine, but
It's just so refreshing.
It's not.
It's so refreshing.
It's just.
This is the best flavor of Gatorade.
You're
Hands
crazy.
down.
That's disgusting.
Best flavor.
You're disgusting.
Best flavor of Gatorade.
I don't know.
This is the
no. So we could see when you move the boat, it moves as one piece. The whole bottom moves as one piece. There's no flexing between it. I can show this other shot that Gabe has right now, because Gabe took a shot before of him wiggling it. I don't know how well it's gonna show, but it's way more rigid now. Like these side pieces right here, which aren't as vital, they still like flex a lot, and they'll crunch sometimes if you step on them completely wrong. But now I can step like here, no problem. Like when I flex, that's super bad. But now, all this literally has a crack going all the way around it and on the sides. And you saw me squishing with my hands before. Now I can walk all over these. They're super strong. So I'm not too concerned about the sides, because they'll be more evenly supported with the plywood. And this is mainly where you're going to be walking anyway, because the cabin's only from here to here and then just right here in the front. Now we're going to get plywood ready. So you can see the plywood's behind Gabe.
Plywood.
It's marine grade plywood, which means that it's just really nicely laminated with no voids, and then the glues that they use are water resistant or waterproof, I don't know.
Where did you get that?
I got that from the same place that we just got the Alaskan cedar from.
Oh, you know, is it?
It's called okume. It's okume plywood, so nice okume wood. But it's really good. Right now, I'm just gonna be taking this cardboard and I'll lay it down and cut templates so that I know, and then I can lay that on the plywood, and I'll cut the plywood with the jigsaw, and then we'll be gluing them and screwing them down.
So.
And then this will be really solid. Like if you think it's solid now, there's gonna be zero flex anywhere because it'll just be a one piece.
Well, how thick is that plywood?
9 mil. So yeah, big, sturdy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not really concerned about this.
Oh yeah.
Boat time. So we got the whole floor cut out. Now I need to prep the surface to be glued to, which involves sanding it so that everything lays kind of flat. There are high spots, and these spots on the side don't sit flush because the whole shell is kind of bowed slightly. So I'm gonna need to shim the sides up, because right now it's kind of like this. I need it to level. And then I'll sand it all, everything will be prepped, we'll lay glue beads and then screw it on, and that'll be the plywood portion of it.
High spot. Right there. Yeah, you look so cool right now.
Do I look like a girl?
No, you have a hood on.
I could still look like a girl with a hood.
So what's she doing?
I'm not really sure. Something about adhesion between the layers when I'm gluing it. I need to make sure that it adheres, and if you leave it for longer than the cure time, which it hasn't been, but just in case, then it makes something called like blushing, which makes it so that it won't like chemically adhere as well. It'll more mechanically adhere. So I'm gonna do my best to clean whatever, it's like a water something that's forming within the epoxy. And it's water soluble, so I just have to brush it, and then that'll make it chemically bond better, and then I'll sand it, and that'll make it mechanically bond better, and then hopefully the floor will just glue to it amazingly. So that's what I'm doing now. But it does smell. Like when I sprayed the water on it, I could tell that like some of the epoxy started to smell the same as when we first were curing it. So it's like doing something to it. There's nothing breaking on this thing. It's fucking amazing. Oh, I'm so excited.
Theo, talk to the camera.
Yes!
Good day.
Long. Boat's crazy good, dude.
It's gonna be so
Let's put a turbo on it.
Now we just have to decide, well, not even just decide, we kind of decided what size motor. We just have to find one.
Big.
Bigger than what was on.
Big.
70.
Good. I'm glad that the motor we have doesn't work because it means that we can go and buy something way more powerful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
What? Oh,
But don't tell anyone. Shh.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell my parents.
It's gonna be so, this is gonna be crazy.
But my dad's gonna be so salty if he's like, he wants to take out my boat and he's like, why'd you make it so powerful?
Oh, that'd be your mom.
My mom would never get on the boat.
She's not even gonna go for a boat ride?
I doubt it.
Wow.
It's probably gonna be hard to get her on it.
That was a good day. That boat, just shaking it around, is so strong.
It's incredible. I literally could jump up and down on that thing where before I was like scared to step on. Now if you stomp really hard, it would just shake the boat.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy.